Your book, when you say a man is a war criminal, it means you have convicted him. So why are you looking for war crime code now? Look for jailhouse and put me. Because after conviction, sentence. So you can't convict us. All those that appear before the TRC, we saw no one that complained that Prince Johnson did this or did that. It's the TRC explaining about people in the book. So is that a court?
Do you feel embarrassed being called war criminal?
Yeah, because you see, you can't destroy people's record. Reputation is hard or something. It's what they use to stigma me. So when I'm running for the presidency, they know I can win. So they use that to rape, they use that to blackmail. So if I can be president, I'm president of my university, I'm here. I'm an ambassador for Christ.
But do you have intention of becoming president of this country?
Prince Johnson, our leader. Prince Johnson, our leader. Prince Johnson, our leader.
Why have intention of becoming president of this country?
Let me tell you this. I ran for president. Had I been the president, I would have done many things unusual. I would politically or legislatively break down the government through decentralization.
But you supported this government.
Listen, I'm coming for that. I would have decentralized political governance constitutionally so that people can elect who govern them in the countries. I would have made good my promise. But people come to power, all government, all candidates come to lie. They use decentralization as a platform. When they get it, they don't because they want to centralize power. If I have been the president, I will focus on education also to make sure that those community colleges that are not standard, that are up to standard, a lot of things will be done, okay? But since I am not, you can't question God. But I'm glad that I'm ambassador of Christ and I own a university, a decent one, not bati chicken hut.
Over 50 of your colleagues have already signed.
No, listen.
Asking for the
listen,
to be established.
Listen. Those people are on the wrong part of history. The first thing, if there was to be a war crime court, it's not possible in Liberia.
Why?
One key thing, the Rome statute. I went to Japan with Wale Duna and Laha Lasana. We brought it to Monrovia to have it ratified in 2003. It was after our war. So you cannot, it's not applicable to Liberia. That's one. Two, you have an amnesty law passed by the 51st legislature, granting amnesty to all factions in the republic who fought in the war. So you cannot have war crime court and amnesty in the same country. Amnesty for who? For all those who fought. Then you say war crime court. Why you didn't bring war crime court from Ghana?
So if they could have been established in...
It will not be established, so just leave that. It's a garbage. Don't even worry about that.
But why you feel so bitter about the issues of war crime code? There are many listed names.
No, I'm not bitter. But those who are talking about it, they are stupid because they don't have sense. They are stupid because they know there are legal instruments that prevent that from happening. But they turn it upside down. There are legal instruments. They are stupid, including Tewon Gonglo too.
What are some of those?
You know what? You know what? I just told you. There's an amnesty law. Listen. No. We didn't even invite them here, but they came. Leave them from the station and enter to me. Leave it.
Let's leave it.
The first thing Tewon Gonglo is good are stupid. You know what? Those damn lawyers under Tewon Gonglo leadership should have kept mute until war crime court comes. When it comes, then we who will be implicated will look for a lawyer among them to represent us. But when you lawyer go to Kakata and endorse war crime code, that means you are compromising yourself.
Yes, Senator, you spoke this morning earlier with one of our sister radio. You said in 2 years you will be offering a bachelor's degree at this university.
Not 2 years, no. We are
in
opening.
2 years' time.
No, you didn't understand. You see, you listen, but you don't hear. That's what I say. People read. You know, the Ethiopia, was reading when the Spirit of God led Philip. Go to that Ethiopia, a big man from Ethiopia. He's reading from the book of Isaiah 53. But he doesn't understand. Go and teach him. So Philip went to him. He said, sir, excuse me, do you understand what you read? And the Ethiopian said, how am I going to understand if you don't interpret to me? So you need interpretation. You are the Ethiopian, Okay. I said we are opening, registration start January. We start with AA and BSc immediately. In 2 years after that, master. That, you here, you will come. He's the president of the university, Dr. Gonza Mantari. Okay? So I only brought you for the development, but you want to talk politics, I will be the Yake Koloba, I will give it to you. Well, when I was in Nigeria in exile, preparing to come back home, I was contemplating on what to be done. What would be my contribution in the development of post-war Liberia? And so the Lord spoke to me that the war is over. I'm ordaining you to go and preach my word. After that vision, the second vision was seeing myself preaching to a larger crowd. In my vision, I was preaching to a very large crowd. And then when I woke up, the idea came to my mind to build an educational foundation.
Okay.
After war, people get traumatized. The war drove so many people into exile. Infrastructure broke down. So the way I would give back to my people was to establish the educational foundation and the PYJ Educational Foundation Scholarship Scheme, which is available now. We're sending many students from our school and other places to university. So we did a foundation in Monrovia, and a lot of people say, oh, this man is too discriminative. You see, he's from Nimba. He has neglected the people of Nimba. He built school in Monrovia. He don't care about his own people. But you see Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says, there's a time and a season for everything. What we did was for Monrovia. They didn't know that we got planned for the bigger picture. In Monrovia, we had 2 schools, elementary, junior, and senior high school, that is now overpacked, overcrowded with students, low school fees, qualified teachers. Those students pass the wire and watch.
So this project is a boost for Nimba and the people of Liberia?
A complete boost for Nimba. Charity begins at home. Okay? Nobody in this republic, the 15 political subdivision, nobody, no lawmaker, no presidential candidate has ever done this.
In terms of monetary value, how
But
much?
we're still building. I said 5.5 million when we are completed, but we're still building.
But you work for $15,000 and you have $5.5 million project.
You
How
know,
did that come about?
go and I will refer you to not only the Apostle Paul who said the Lord shall supply all my needs, but go to Sam Barbecue. We went there, it was a small place. See what it is now. When your heart is captured by God's Spirit, you can do bigger things. This is God's word.
Are you doing some business apart from lawmaking?
I'm a senator, I'm a deputy speaker, and I have the right to get loan. I have properties in Monrovia. So with the property value you had, the bank gave you whatever loan, go to Echo Bank. I've been dealing with Echo Bank since 2005, since I came here.
With the high school in Monrovia, when did you build that high school and when it began to be a high school, by the way?
Well, the Mawa stream is there. You go to church there, so when you go to church, only look there. The Mawa stream, that place is dedicated to my mother, Ma Zwada Yedie, who was killed by the MPFL during the war. And this one is also dedicated to her. All the institutions we built dedicated to my mother, the Liberian children, the Nimba children, and so forth.
Let's talk a bit about your scholarship scheme in Liberia. How many students have you provided a scholarship?
We have about 50 right now. Many of them are from our school. Because when you graduate from the PYJ Educational Foundation, you go to school, wherever you want to go to school. And those who are in the school there, who choose to be a member of the choir, they are all on a scholarship. They don't want you saw just now. They are all on a scholarship. Some have graduated. They go to different school, university.
So I guess there will be a first preference given to the citizens of Nimba when this university is open.
Definitely, that's why we put it here. I went to Kepamas. I visited the college. In fact, entering Upper City, I saw so many students with placards. And I discovered they were Nimbanians living in a country with fear because they boyo business. Okay? With fear. So they only offer BSc there. So if I have a school that offer AA and BSc, this kind of beautiful structure, beautiful foreign equipment, everything, qualified professors. In 2 years, will be master. Okay? They will come here. They will all come here.
But wow, do you have a competent librarian to face the chairs until you get imported?
Because I want to make the most modern. Look, the school in Monrovia, we got local armchairs, barely made, but expensive. But the chair we have now from the US, that no college got it here. You can only find similar thing perhaps to Blue Crest. It's about 20, 30 year guarantee, still.
Okay, let's talk a bit about your county, Nimba, that you happen to be the senator of. Let's talk about a bit about the metal steel money and how properly it's been used and been managed by the people of Nimba.
The government of Ellen being a crook, we never benefited. This government has never given us our money, they clear it.
Wow.
That shouldn't be. So we need to meet as a caucus, Nimba caucus, Bon County caucus, and Grand Baza caucus. We need to meet the president or do something for the new MDA that is coming so that the money can go straight to the counties. Because we're not benefiting.
But what is the cause? You are not benefiting?
Well, they put the money in escrow account and government goes there. I think you just heard recently how the government, this regime went to the donor funds. They took, you know what I mean? And so if they can do that, what about Nimba money? That's the first place they went to. So we can't get any benefit.
Have the lawmakers of Nimba been able to gather the citizen and disclose the information to them like telling us right on the TV?
I always say that. Doing preaching on Sunday, I mention it. People play here, they know. They know no county sitting anywhere in the country right now. Because you go to a county city, you come up with programs, then you access on the money through the PPCC, you know, and carry out development in the districts. But nothing like that, all is gone.
We've overheard Tabitha Hospital has been looted by the government. While the administration of Nimba, especially...
Well, the hospital staff didn't tell me. The last time they told me was one CT scan was to be taken away, and the president called me, and I told him, no.
Have you done due diligence since then?
They didn't take it again. But what they did, they allowed one CT scan to be taken away to Phoebe, and they didn't tell me. They had told me we'll stop it. But they took it away, it stayed long. Then when they came to take the second one, that one they said, let tell the woman. Then the president called me, and then the VP called me, and I said, I think we should take money and buy it. It's about $75,000 or $100,000. That's what we can buy. So we take one from Nimba, dismantle Jackson Doe to build other hospital. So I said no.
You supported this government with your heart, and this government is paving roads.
My man, if we didn't support the government...
What about from here to the referral hospital?
If we did not support this government, Ellen was bent on doing what she wanted. That's the truth. Before the elections, Ellen had secret meeting in her house with all the magistrates from the counties and the commissioners. I brought about this on the air, but nobody knew it and nobody wanted to take part with me. So I kept quiet because each person thought it was in their favor. Cummings thought maybe that it was in his interest. Maybe Bronskin thought the same way. Maybe Boyka thought the same way. But when she went to the UN after the meeting and she told the UN that she wanted generational change, that one they came to themselves because we are all old people, right? So that one they realized that it was going to be a different person, not us. So when it came, we had a meeting in Ganta. I called a meeting. All the opposition parties, I sponsored the meeting. That the person who will be in the lead, we should support. And our objective was to get UP out. But when Wusan and George were in the lead, other group refused to join. They went to join the very UP Wusan to kick out the power, Boyka. So I kept my promise. You must be a promise keeper. A demonic character will not keep promise.
So how do you feel about working with this government, in this government as well?
It's my making. I gave my support for 6 years, and I'm watching keenly, and I've asked all opposition parties to disregard demonstration, December 1st or whatever. Let us all sit and watch and see how we move toward 2023. The re-election of this government will depend on the dividend of democracy that Nimba County will reap. Because the road here is not us. It was initiated by Ellen. We know that. The Logwato and this one, and the Ganta Yekepa, it was initiated. But what we're doing now is to remind them that what the previous government signed, please live by it. So we didn't sign it, it was signed before. So what we want is prioritize Nimba, relocate the Sanniquellie Hospital from the train track, relocate the market or renovate the market in Sanniquellie, do the market in Ganta. You know what I mean? These are projects we might benefit from. Don't come to talk about Lokwatu Road because I the past government.
Before we take leave of you this afternoon, you have contested for presidency 2 times and lost. 2023 is coming, and you might be contesting for senator. So how are we going to compromise that you still have the hope of contesting for presidency?
No, I will go to the Senate. Because you know what? I see this. 2023, it will be Rick.
Rick?
Yes.
What makes you think so?
Prophetically speaking, I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God. It's not something I'm seeing by this government. I say it will be Rick.
By this government.
By this government, to remain in power. Okay? And that will bring the government and the civilians into confrontation. So if I run for president, it is Rick, I will lose both the Senate and the presidency.
So did you see the end of that vision? What will happen if it is rigged?
I see some confusion between civilians and people. I see more demonstration, I see more chaos. I'm a man of God.
The citizens are crying every day, libraries high. Why are all the lawmakers?
7 was a revolutionary act of defiance. That man dared to be sovereign. In fact, our very existence as Africa's first black republic inspired, raised, united. Lest we forget, our declaration of defiance happened nearly a century before independence movements began in earnest across this very continent.
Wake Up Call brings you political, social, economical, developmental, environmental, agriculture, educative, health, and security information on Blaze Radio 90.7 FM from Monday to Friday at 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Mr. Speaker, let me say this: it's only your job that the budget is being order. Information in the eye as premature. It's premature, right? So the budget is being authorized. Honor your government. Your information is premature. Remember, next time you need to review yourself because it is only your government. Mr. Speaker, next time you need to review yourself. Remember, Speaker, next time you need to review yourself because it is only your government. The budget is being announced 6 months. People talk money here, but declare from the laws in the Constitution. Unfortunately, one way to make the answer is the children in Africa who show up to protect the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. As protected from the Constitution, they have been pervading and not pervading in the same schools of mass and deception. Soldiers in the foreign students of the University of Liberia, sons and daughters of the dejected masses of the Liberian people, let me to extend to you. In keeping with Massacre Chronicles, we extend to you born revolutionary British from the indomitable revolutionary Vegas Education Party. Africa's most persistent, Africa's biggest hub of intelligentsia in the Republic of Liberia. We are going to get a big money to divide. Well, anybody have big money to divide, and you are eating tomorrow, they'll say, I pay for that. Whatever I had before. So they bring the money and you are eating. I'm free money, that's stolen money. There's nothing you went hard for, you're just getting divided. You own the money for getting divided. And money why you wipe up. And what should not be bribing for vote? You should come and talk to your citizens, explain to them what you would like to do, and ask them for the food. If they can't bribe you, tomorrow you will not see you. But they make you so.
We cannot be living here depending on Indians and Chinese and Taiwanese to feed us, and then we want to control the price. It's not possible. So we have to get to the soil. We have to start teaching our children to diversify what we eat. You go to other countries around here, they don't worry about rice price because they eat cassava a lot. They eat it in a different way. They eat it with food, they eat it with bamboo, they eat it with different corn and different things they eat. But for us in Liberia, the culture that if you don't eat rice, you're not eating. Reconciliation is okay. Prosecution is foolishness. You know what? Why did they do TRC? Why did they do TRC after that South Africa? I was not in Ghana. They went to Ghana and the international community put before Liberia, World Grand Code, and TRC. And they threw TRC. So why do you want TRC to metamorphose into World Grand Code? You all have decided, made a conscious choice to step forward in these trying times to provide support for your different communities. It is an honor. Providing the service of protection means the world. And what you're doing today is a contribution towards the advancement and the development of this nation. And history will remember you very kindly. We argue and counter argue to find remedy in our society. Join your presenter, Ajise Bonyele, on Wake Up Call from Monday to Friday at 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Blaze Radio 90.7 FM for the information you can use as tools.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What a pleasant way to say good morning this beautiful morning. Good morning and welcome to yet another fascinating edition of the program Wake Up Call. Today is Monday, and of course, it is the 16th of December, AD 2024. Good morning and welcome to it. As usual, invite someone to listen along as we go along with the program Wake Up Call on Blaze Radio 90.7. Good morning to you there in Grand Bassa County. Good morning to the people of Bon, Lofa, Grand Gile, Bapolu, Saino, Grand Coup, Riverses, Nemba County. How you are doing this morning? Indeed, it is a pleasure to welcome you to the program this morning. A wake-up call comes your airwave from Mondays through Fridays. And of course, Achise Bob Yene is your presenter. On the show, we discuss political, social, economical, religious, and political matters. So I know your weekend was great. I know your weekend was great. And of course, your presence, always tuned by your radio, is what encouragement that gives me the motivation to always be here at about this hour. So Wake Up Call comes your airwave from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. every Monday to Friday morning. And this is the Blaze Communications Network 90.7 as we broadcast from the Boston Point Rehab community. So good morning and welcome to it. Achise Bob Yene here again on the fascinating edition, and of course the first edition of the week. And I urge you to invite someone to listen along as we go along. As usual, we begin with the phone lines from the community, and you will be telling us how is the weekend, how was the weekend spent by you? Indeed, how is the community in terms of crimes and security-related matters? So you can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, Blaze Online TV. We are live on our Facebook page and our official YouTube page. And this program is open up to sponsorship. We will produce and play your ad or advertisement about both YouTube and Facebook social media platforms, and also be played on the radio. So if you want to do business with us, you are welcome. Our numbers are all placed on the screen on our Facebook page. Just visit us at Blaze Online Television. We are there on Facebook and YouTube. So welcome. This is Achise Bob Yene. Oh, yes, indeed. What a beautiful instrument that introduces and ends this program, Wake Up Call on Blaze Radio 90.7. With me, Achise Bob Yene, your host this morning on the show as always. And of course, at this juncture, we take this break, this very brief musical break to be right back uh, on your radio. This is the song Sweet Kisawale done by James Dopo, the professor. Let's get this played right here for you.
Sweet Kisawale, Napaku Eloya. Sweet Kisawale, Napaku Elo. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. Sweet, living is sweet, where the rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? You can pray for long life. As long as you live, you know, the better we grow. Power is found. It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know. They pay to capsize. Sweet, it's our liver. Not for go alone. You want me can eat it. Or we just can eat it. Kiss our liver. Kiss our liver. Oh, sweet kiss our liver. Not for go alone. You take it from Peter today, or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. You take it from me right today, or Mother will take it from you tomorrow. Papa, Papa, play in your favor. What people do to you, you got to cry. As enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. After me, it's a lesson, yeah, brother, this I have. Sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone, Mama. Human being can eat it, oh, that you can eat it. Good.
Indeed, sweet cassava leaf is not for goat alone. Human being can eat it, goat can also eat it. So, folks, welcome to the program Wake Up Call right here on Blaze Radio 90.7. With me, your host, Achise Bob Yene. I'm here with you this beautiful Monday morning. And at this point, we will now open the phone lines for you, our listeners, to call. Let us know how was your weekend spent. You're gonna let us know how was your weekend, and we will have you on the radio live as you tell us how was the weekend spent. How is your community in terms of security and crime related issues? So those of you following us via Facebook and want to call, perhaps uh, these are the numbers to call, and you can call us on 0777 907 907, 0777 907 0887 111 for our female line 0778 5616. Our lines are already started to bloom. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please lower your radio for us, please.
How you doing?
I'm good. What is your name and where you call from?
My name is Alaman Kidaka from Kawa, New Jersey, represent Bakanako.
Carwell, New Georgia. How is that area this morning?
Whatever school, I just in grade listen to the pop. That's all.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Sure.
Let's get this person right here, the female line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you and what is your name?
I'm here begging one back.
I don't like to cut female. This is the same problem. Good morning. Good morning. So please, this is terrible, right? For my hearing and including every other person listening to us. Please lower the radio before you called. Good morning.
Yep.
Morning. What is your radio still playing behind you? Oh God. If you want to have a very healthy and fruitful conversation, please lower the radio or better still, cut it off. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Morning. How are you? What is your name and where you call from?
My name is A. Gentry G. I'm calling from Roto Town.
Okay.
Go. I'm to you now.
Yeah, sure. What you talking about Roto Town?
Yeah, that when you hear any queer sound, the moment you hear the sound, like it's really hard to learn.
I tell you.
Very hard to learn. In fact, so if people learn that, might know.
So
when everyone you black it.
I tell you. How was the weekend?
Oh, okay. Weekend already.
Okay.
Pascal called me.
Okay, thank you. Thank God that he called you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
This is the same thing we just spoke about.
Oh, sorry.
My God. Folks, this platform is meant to interact with you, hear from you, and so to have a wonderful and very, very smooth conversation. Just lower the radio. When you are done, you can increase the volume. Please. 0777907907077 07779079070 0887 for our female line is 077 8075616. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. What is your name and where you call from?
Yeah, my Manga call from Gonasu.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my area is cool. Yeah, but my weekend hasn't been good.
You said what giving you hard time?
I've been playing the game too. All my small teams been going for all the successful.
The game just keep playing, you will win, right? Clifton will come back to tell you much about that.
Okay, I will continue. All right. Thank you.
Winners don't quit and quitters don't win. 07779079070 07779079070. So, few minutes, we accept your calls from here and we'll go to our local dailies. 777-907-907 077-907-907. Call us, please, and let's have a wonderful time by dressing away from the radio. So if you're just tuning in, this is Wake Up Call, the Mondays edition, and my name is Archie Sebab Iene. I'm your presenter on the show here every morning from Mondays through Fridays. So it is good to have you listen, and as we all go along with the program. So today we have two separate discussions on the table. We have two separate things to be discussed. We will monologue it and allow you give your view. The first and second segment of the show. So the first segment will we will be focusing on the traffic. We have observed the increment on the incident rate along the highway. So we will be calling on the Liberia National Police to play their role, particularly, preferably the traffic department of the Liberia National Police. So we will be looking at that, and there is a planned protest, right? There is a planned protest for tomorrow, Tuesday, by schools of citizens who, according to them, want to petition their lawmakers about the impasse at the House of Legislature. So they will be there tomorrow to protest, and we will be bringing you a more detail to that information. So keep tuned and don't go anywhere as we bring you this information. So wake up court as we go for our local dailies this morning, right here on the show. We go for our local dailies here this morning. The local dailies to begin with, we will begin with the Heritage newspaper, and let's see what the Heritage newspaper have for us this morning. What it has for us this morning. The Heritage newspaper is what we will begin with this morning, as you can see displayed on your screen. So the Heritage newspaper is here on the stand for the first news stand here. Let's see, what is it from the Heritage? On the Heritage, this is volume. Sorry that I bring you the back page of that paper on the Facebook page. Let's see, that's the back page. Okay, let's get you the front page of this paper. Right. Let's get you the front page. That's the front page of the paper. So volume 28, number 355 355,642. And their motto is "The truth is our God." The Heritage newspaper, and it's sold for 40 Liberian dollars. So you can grab yourself a copy. And you will read a detail of the stories we are bringing you on the headlines. So here is significant milestone as GAC signs 5 years MOU with the United States Government Accountability Office. That's a beautiful one for the government of Liberia and the GAC as well, the people of Liberia. So it is good in Asila Meta, Liberia, to face court on December 16 as former employee Bomi seeks justice. It is good. Let me get this. Let me get a gist of this. The Safe Judiciary Circuit Court in Monrovia, in Mosorado County, has become the latest battleground for a lawsuit against global steel giant ArcelorMittal, a former employee, Ambrose Buemi, and his wife filed a complaint citing gross human rights violation and neglects. This case is just one of the 48 alleged human rights violation cases linked to the company in Liberia, demanding urgent action for local and international authorities. The lawsuit filed before resident George J. Kennan Piabade accuses ArcelorMittal of causing uh, irreparable harm to Mr. Buemi, that's Bami and his wife, and their 12 children due to what they describe as deliverable and neglect conduct during the decades long tenure at the company. Wow. Meta. Government needs to get involved with this. We don't need to have companies, concessionaires, uh, carry out bad labor practices against Liberian. These companies coming to Liberia need to come and work in the interests of every Liberians. So it is so disheartening uh, to be hearing something like this against Meta, right? It's so much frustrating. So the Heritage newspaper brought that story, and of course, still with the Heritage on the front page of the paper, Kofa's removal is Boaka's handwork, says a US-based Liberian journalist. Says a US-based Liberian journalist. So check the Heritage newspaper and see this for yourself. As we move to the back page of the paper, the back page of the Heritage, U.S. Embassy calls for peace, unity amid Capitol Hill tensions. And I bring you a gist of this from the back page. The United States Embassy has expressed its concerns over the recent tensions on Liberia's Capitol Hill, urging all parties to uphold democratic principles and prioritize peace. In a statement released Friday, December 13, 2024, the embassy emphasized the importance of transparency, respect for the rule of law, and compromise as the foundation of Liberia's democratic governance. The United States wants to see Liberia's political process played out peacefully and with respect for the rule of law, the statement read. And of course, the Heritage brought that news right here. Ministry of Commerce and Industry ends 3 days MSME's conference. And of course, as you the new commerce minister here on the paper. So let's see how we can flip to another paper right here. And of course, the Women Voices. The Women Voices is one of the leading newspapers in the country. You can grab yourself a copy. This is volume uh, 13, number 115. Volume 13, number 115. On the headlines here, you have U.S. Embassy puts eagle eyes on Capitol building, calls on lawmaker to reach a compromise on leadership saga. And I see Mark Tunda, the U.S. ambassador, the embattled speaker, the majority bloc speaker, and the deputy speaker Thomas Fala are here. NPA unveils plans to combat unsustainable wage bill. Oh, that's interesting. Let's get a hint of this story. Uh, excuse me. The National Port Authority has planned to combat an unsustainable wage bill and the present need for investment in Liberia's port. In 2024, the NPA allocated 14.04 million, almost 60% of its total revenue of 24.4 million towards salaries and benefits for its 1,945 employees. The significant expenditure has hampered its NPA's operation to save, invest uh, in virtual infrastructure, explained the operations. The Women Voices still here with another paper is the Variety newspaper owned by Martin K. and Colley. The Variety newspaper owned by Martin K. and Colley. So we have the Variety News right here. And of course, the Variety News is right here. Uh, let's see how we can bring you the Variety News. Uh, let's see how we can bring you the Variety News on the Variety News is right here on the stand. The Variety News is here. And Martin KM Colley owns this paper, right? It's owned and operated by Liberia's social activist, Martin KM Colley. And this is volume 1, number 65, Monday, December 16, 2024 edition. And the motto is Seeking Truth, Inspiring Facts, Variety News, and of course, Mineral Mafia. Mineral Mafia. Senator Duncan owns 12% share in Sando Forest. Wow. Wow. What a wow. You see, the other day we talked about this. The other day, leave your comments. We're going to read them. The other day we talked about this, that uh, there are lawmakers. In fact, Senator Johnson the late raised this issue when they were asked after their break, you know, to make remarks. He said this, that when they talk about corruption, it's in the legislature. In fact, to the hardest extent, on a hard pick, where lawmakers who are supposed to protect the interests of Liberians will be clandestinely, involved into the illegal mining and logging activities in the country. People will be mining in the forest of Liberia. People will be logging in the forest of Liberia. You have those lawmakers who supposed to be making a law that will protect the government's resources, the country's resources for the impact or benefit of its citizens, will be clandestinely moving behind the scene, having share. So this paper has revealed Senator Duncan that he owns 12% share in the Sino Forest. Why would that be? And there are documentaries attached to this, right? So the guys will be illegally mining. You have the senators, the representatives, they are backing them only because they have their share into those companies that are illegally depreciating the resources of this country. These things are not normal. They are not called for. They are not necessary. You are lawmakers. Those are the same resources that generate fundings, that accumulate worth to pay you the 15,000, the 20,000, the 30,000 you earn as salary and gross benefits as a lawmaker. So why will you be ripping the country of its resources? Come on, man. Come on, leaders. Come on, people. You campaign to your people on accountability, transparency. You campaign to your people to improve their livelihood, not to continue to depreciate and live luxurious life at the detriment of the local people, at the detriment of the country. You rip the country resources. These things are not normal. They are only cruel people who do that. People who do that, they are very evil. So the Variety News has unveiled this, and Senator Duncan of Sino County, the government the government needs to look into this investigation. Look, the rescue mission, you need to look into this matter. High payroll cost. High payroll cost. MPA. high PA. Sorry. High payroll cost. NPA addresses legacy challenges. Oh, NPA say because of the high payroll, they are challenged, right? LPP. LPP slams Boaca government for aiding rescue resource exploration. The opposition Liberia People's Party has strongly criticized President Joseph Human Boaca's administration for recognizing Be Mighty Mining Corporation and ArcelorMittal Liberia for their tax contribution despite growing concern about the transparency and equality of their financial practices. The LPP accused ArcelorMittal Liberia of subsidy of global steel giant ArcelorMittal of engaging in practices that amount to deceptive financial reporting. So just in recent time, the government of Liberia recognizes BMIT and ArcelorMittal for their immense contribution to the revenue generation of the country by the LRA. And the LPP is saying that look, the government need not to do that. You need not to do that because if you do that, that means you will be validating the claims. You will be validating the claims that Meta and Be Mighty are doing well, which of course they are not. They are on the contrary of what you are awarding them for, you are appreciating them for. So it's not good. It's not good. According to and so just so you know, the LTA after many cries from citizens, the LTA, we'll talk about that. We will talk about that on the first segment when we begin the first segment. Uh, let me take it down the screen. We will talk about that when we are on the first segment. Right? Let me bring this down. The LTA has. Let's see what we can bring you on the screen. Let's see what we can bring you here. Let's see. Let's see. We have something for you right here. We have something for you right here. Let me bring you this. Okay. So we have something for you right here. Okay. So the Senate Statutory Committee on Ways, Means, Finance, and Budget concludes hearing on 2025 budget revenue component. Looks forward for budget exclusion beginning January 2025. So the Senate Committee on Ways, Means, and Finance has also begun budget hearing, and they concluded just a day, and and so it's good. But let read to you some of this. Uh, let read to you. Hmm? What are we to bring you? What are we to bring you? Okay. So the Senate Statutory Committee on Ways, Means, Finance, and the Budget has concluded hearing on the revenue component of the draft 2025 national budget, hoping the budget discussion will begin on January 1, 2025. Providing an overview, the committee chair, Senator Prince Moyle, indicated that the 2025 draft budget was well structured by the Ministry of Finance, uh, taking into consideration major needs of the Liberian people. According to Senator Moy, in the spirit of transparency and an open budget process, the revenue hearing, which had long been held in closed door, was open to the people based on instructions of the President Pro Tempore Yombli Kanga Lawrence. And of course, uh, and of course, that's it. That's it right there. That's it right there on Wake Up Court as we conclude our local dailies from that end. As we conclude our local dailies from that end. So we will take this break and be right back with you as we bring the first segment of the show. So sweet cassava leaf is not for good alone, my people. Sweet cassava leaf, and it's not for good alone, right? It's never for good alone. Let's take this break. Let's take this break.
Sweet cassava leaf, not for good alone, yeah. Sweet cassava leaf, not for good alone. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich or poor. Well, don't pray for long fellow, he can pray for long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Power is fine, it can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know, they pray to capsize. Sweet, kiss our liver, not for go alone. You want me can eat it, or we just can eat it. Kiss our liver, oh, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. You take it from Peter today, or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You take it from me right today, or mother will take it from you tomorrow. Papa, oh, by your fire, play in your favor. Well, people do to you, you got to cry. That's enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. After is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I have. Sweet, sweet kiss, I want to not for go alone, mama. You must be can eat it, that you can eat it. Go to our level. Sweet is our level. Not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich are poor. When I pray for long fellow, they can pray for long life. And loyal living, the fellow will grow. You take it from me right today, oh, Mary will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Hey, you take it from Peter today, oh, Bob will take it from you tomorrow. My power is power.
I tell you, so folks, sorry for that long break. We were doing some adjustment behind the scene, and it's good to be back right here. Sweet cassava leaf, and it's not for good alone, right? Sweet cassava leaf is not for good alone. Human being can eat it. Anybody can eat it because it was meant to be eaten. And welcome back to the program, Wake Up Call on Blaze Radio 90.7 with me, Archie Sebob Yene. I'm your host, as always, on the show. So, well, I got my boss on the line. Let me take this very quick, real quick, and be back. My boss is on the line. Let me take this real quick.
What people do to you, you have to cry. That's enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. After this a lesson, yeah, brother, this I have. Sweet, sweet is our deal, not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh, that you can eat it. Go to our level. Sweet is our level, not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich are poor. When I pray for long fellow, they can pray for long life. And loyal living, the fellow will grow. You take it from me right today, oh, Mary will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Hey, you take it from Peter today, oh, Bob will take it from you tomorrow. My power is power, it can make you heavy. Looking like a crook, you know, a way to capsize. Kesawalia, mama, no for go alone. Yeah, we pray for long life. I know you're living. The better we grow. Sweet, sweet is our liver.
Folks, sorry for that long break. We were doing some adjustment behind the scene with my CEO. You know, the CEO always on the line, so we were doing some adjustment. This is Wake Up Call. Welcome back to the program with me, Archie say Bob Yene. I'm your presenter. So, like I said on the first segment of the show, we're going to be looking at this, and this is very important to look at. And one person who raised concern about this on his social media platform is Yeke Koluba. Though he did well by raising the concern, and I think every Liberian need to be concerned about this. The issue of road safety, the issue of educating drivers, the issue of providing care for road users is very important. Along the various highways, across Liberia, there are terrible accidents that always happen. A recent between Kakata and I know Todota, Kakata and Wiyala, where the vehicle of the late Senator Prince Yomi Johnson was involved into a very, very fatal accident, leading to the death of many Liberians. Again, adding to the death of the senator. Now, this was not the first, and it is not the only accident that have occurred along the Ganta Morovia Highway. These things are terrible, and I feel that the traffic division of the Liberia National Police need to exert every effort in providing education on road safety and the usage of roads and traffic sounds along the way. Two, I think the patrol team of the traffic division needs to step up their game on a daily and regular basis to visit every major highway across Liberia. The Ganta to Morovia Highway, the Bicano to Morovia Highway, the uh, Bomi to Morovia Highway, all of those major highways that vehicles ply on regularly on a daily basis needs to be patrolled every day by the Liberian National Police. Why? One, you observe too many speeding vehicles. There are too many speeding vehicles who do not observe the traffic signs and rules being along the way placed by the engineers. That one thing. The drivers themselves are being so reckless in driving to the extent that when they are driving, they are now observing the road signs and signals. These things were placed by the engineer not because they were so foolish to place them there. No. They were placed there to guide your movement. To guide your movement as users of the road. But you overlook them, you downplay them, you say, look, these things are foolishness. The people just put them here because they ate their belly were filled, that's why they put them here. No. It is for your own interest. You observe that the roads are curving. There are too many curves along the way, particularly between Red Light or Pakapi to Kakata. There are too many curves along the way. From here to from Pinsville to Buchanan, there are too many curves along the way. These things, driving along the road will see these signals indicating that, oh yes, there is a curve, there is a bridge, a narrow bridge along the way. Men at work, please slow down. these things will be overlooked. Drivers, it is for your life and safety of the passengers you are carrying on board. On the other hand, there are too many vehicles who that are broken down along the way, you know, that are broken down along the way. So the drivers were just landing along the way without putting in any measures or traffic signals indicating that there is a breakdown vehicle along the way. These things also need to be put in place. And afterwards, some of them will take the vehicles along the way, and those materials they place on the quota or along the way to signal that, oh, there is a broken down vehicle, will be left back along the way. And some of these things cause the too many accident rate. Folks, the traffic division, you have vehicles. Look, the vehicles are not meant to just put serene on and be moving from red light to Cinco, from red light to RIA highway. No, they are meant to augment your efforts, to make your movement free so that you will patrol places that police presence are not there every day. You understand? You have to patrol. Go along the highway. Make sure that there are no vehicles parked along the way that are not implementing the traffic rules. Make sure that there are not too many speeding vehicles. Put checkpoints along the way, that you have your patrol team throughout to avoid the too many accidents. These incidents occur when the drivers themselves are reckless and forgetting to know that they have passengers on board, they have family members of others on board that they are carrying. And some of those very passengers will sit in passengers' car, telling the driver, oh, driver, I need to go quick. You need to go quick, forgetting about your life. The incident rate is too much. It has increased. It has increased. And know that we are in the festive season. The roads are jam-packed. You have many people moving out and there on a daily basis, moving, doing their normal businesses. They are going out of town, coming back. So the major highways will be jam-packed with speeding vehicles. Some of them want to make 4 or 5 trips. Some of them want to make 10 trips on a daily basis, forgetting to note about the side implication or what will happen after them. There are too many people dying as a result of accident. So there is a reason, there is a need for education on the usage of the road, on the traffic sounds and road maintenance, or the usage of the traffic sound along the way. Folks, please, we want to use this media, like I always said on this platform. We are not always here to discuss political issues. When there are need to do that, we will do that. But the interest of the common people, there are people who die. People die, leave their family members back. People die, leave their children back suffering. And at the end result, you see burden becomes more. You see the disadvantage you on the increase, because some of them who do not have the parental care, who lost the life of their parents or through these things we are talking about today. If we sit here and cannot talk about it, if we sit here and cannot call on the government to put in mechanism to curtail or reduce to some extent some of these accidents along the major highways, I'm scared. And I know every Liberian will be scared to hearing death news on a daily basis. On a daily basis. I'm scared that you, your very self, will be scared to hear that. There are too many incidents that occur on a daily basis. Why? Because you will sit there in car telling the driver, be there. $1, my worry. You sit there and telling the driver these things, forgetting to know that the driver themselves want to make 10, 15 trips on a daily basis. They want to make thousands of dollars. So the more you give them the cost to speed, they will always speed. The more you give them the cost to speed, they will speed at your detriment. And anything happens, if anything happens, it will happen to you and you become the victim. So there is no need to tell somebody, oh, wrong, driver wrong, driver wrong. No, you don't have to do these things. Because if you tell them to run, it is at your detriment. You are at risk. Mind you, many of those accidents that occurred, you don't find the drivers becoming the victim or regularly. It happens accidentally that drivers becomes victim. Afterward, you will be leaving your children back. You'll be leaving your family back. So our call this morning is to the Liberia National Police Traffic Division that you need to put in mechanism. You need to put in mechanism so that the protection of passengers being loaded in vehicles, some of these things. Let me display some of the incident, right? Like I said, Yeke Koluba visited this, he experienced one of those. And those are lawmakers who need to put in serious effort, making sure that the police do their job. If they're not doing what they are being paid for, some of them, call them, make them understand that, look, Mr. Police Director, the traffic division of the Liberian National Police is not working. The incident rate along the way has increased. So please, you need to step up the game. That's why you are being paid with the Liberian people money. We are not harsh to talk this. We don't want to be harsh to say this morning because it is about Liberia, and I think we all need to just find it easy to discuss it. We don't want to be too harsh in discussing this. That's why we are linear to say it. But it's becoming unbecoming. It's becoming unbecoming. It's very, very unbecoming. Right? It's very, very unbecoming that you will see every day you wake up, you hear, oh, SYZ, there is an accident, oh, SYZ down, so amount of people down. It's not correct, my people. If this continue, Liberians will lose their life every day, and we will just be here saying and doing nothing about that. We will be here and not doing anything about it. You understand? We will be here and not doing anything about it. And nothing we can do about this. So the only way is that the traffic commanders, the traffic division of the Liberia National Police, you need to step up, patrol. And this is one thing I want to recommend. I want to recommend that on the major highways, there's a speed breakup. I know people will not find sense into this, but it's necessary. Because when there is a speed breakup along the way, people will not just foolishly run, people will not unnecessarily run or be on a speed along the way. There is a reason, there is a need for speed breakup along the major highways. So that when somebody is speeding, you will remember that there is something ahead of you. There is something ahead of you. This accident has taken away the lives of many Liberians. People meet their untimely death. are the result of the recklessness of drivers. Some of them are not trained. They will just learn today, get on vehicle and not apply any rules of the traffic. They just get on board because they want to earn money. And mind you, some of them want to make 2-3 trips on a distance where they are to make only 1 trip a day or 2 trips a day, want to double up because they need money. And they will be doing that at the risk of you, the passengers on board. You understand? You will be doing that at the detriment of, they will be doing that at the detriment of you, the common people that are on board, and forgetting to know that if you die and leave your family back, they will not come to feed them. So please, anytime we're using this medium to educate you, to advise you, to let you know that anytime you are on board, somebody speeding, tell and say, look, please don't speed. Please do not speed. Please, it is your right. In fact, you are not to beg them, tell them, look, driver, don't speed with me. Do not speed. And if they see that and do not want to listen to you, it is your right to stop the vehicle and get down. I always do that to motorcyclists. If you're speeding with me, I tell my man, if you're running a competition, mind you, if you put me down, I won't pay you. Then I leave you with your competition and carry your trophy. This is becoming unbecoming, where like the lives of Liberians, innocent souls, have been taken away as the result of accident. This motor accidents is on the increase. The traffic division. We do not want to criticize. We are not criticizing you, neither. We are here to just make a kind recommendation for the sake of our citizens, for the sake of my very self, for the sake of people who are dying on a daily basis. Please, there is a need that you provide education for the road users. There is a need that you take major patrol along the way. And there is a need that you also make sure that the Ministry of Public Works put speed broker along the major highways in order to reduce or curtail the increase of accident along the way. Please, it is not about politics. It is not about rescue mission, CDC, ANC, Labor Department. No, this is because if somebody die tomorrow in accident, you will not say all that Labor Party men die, all that CDC men die, all that rescue men die. No. All accident happen and everybody gets worried. This is about Liberia. Everything we do, let us remember that we do it for the country. So if you provide this education, if you patrol, look, if the people get to know that there is a police patrol team regularly on the street or on the major highways being patrolled, patrolling, you will not find people, speeding. They know that they have a police vehicle ahead of them. Be on the highway. Let that be the assigned area of some of the police officers. You have this guys, those guys parked here in red light in Omega. They here collecting $5 from motorcyclists and other things. This will not help. Push them on the highway. Create more checkpoints. That the people will know that there are checkpoints ahead. The people will know that all officers are ahead of us. So if you run, you park. In fact, we need to gravitate. Liberia need to move ahead one step from this archaic way of doing things now. In other countries, there are dictators that when you are carelessly running or speeding along the way, the police detect that, oh yes, you driver, you are running along the way. And because of that, they will pull you over. They will actually pull you over. They will pull you over and you will have to pay fine. You will have to pay fine because you were running carelessly. You are not supposed to do so. So if you cannot adhere to government's mandate, or if you cannot adhere to the rules and regulations being placed by the traffic division, then that means you need to pay the fine. Pay the fine to government, because when you pay the fine 1 or 2 times, you will not speed again. So the government need to step up the game, please. We need to put in more effort. We need to put in more effort in order to save the life of people. This is about the community, so I'll allow you to make your recommendation. You will be calling just to make recommendations. You will be calling to make recommendations. You will call to make recommendations. You understand? You will be calling to make recommendations to the Liberia National Police, particularly the traffic department, right? The traffic division. Those of you following via Facebook, those are the numbers to put you through. And 0 907 907 0 907 907 0 907 907. This is not about politics, right? We don't have to discuss politics every time that get this person. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Morning. What is your name and where do you call from?
This is Jenkins Joseph Mete calling from Isikian GS.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for this topic on our discussion this morning, because this is the issue of road traffic has become one of the serious issue and become a challenging situation for government come, government go. And I will discuss two individuals what have to do with the pedestrian or the passenger. The second would be the driver. See, we the pedestrian or the passenger, firstly the pedestrian, we don't understand the road sound, especially within the city region. In the city, we don't observe the traffic light. We don't know where to cross or where not to cross. And again, those drivers who are driving in the city don't know the pedestrian line. They just rush on the pedestrian line any kind of way they wish to rush on the line. And this situation needs serious education. Serious education. Okay. And I hope and pray that Liberia National Police, Ministry of Transport are listening this morning to take serious measure against these things.
Okay.
Because Liberian education,
sure.
And on the highway, especially the Ganta Morovia highway that most often apply on that road, there's a guy on that road called Fabo. Many Liberians, especially the female, love to ride with that guy because in sometimes take less than 4 hours from Ganta to Morovia. So many Liberians love to ride with because
you said they are
always in, they are always in rush. They are always in rush. So because of that, for me, whenever I'm playing that road, I prefer going with bus because the bus will stop at the checkpoint. You will get down, you take a walk, the bus can meet you, you get on the bus. But for those driver brother, I say no. Those guys can really they can run with us, even traffic line. So they need serious education. If the Liberian National Police don't have that chance some of us are educated on traffic. So we will do that voluntarily for the Ministry of Transport and Federal National Police. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. What is your name and where you call from?
Okay, this is Emmanuel Ye. I call from the Ghanansville at this hour.
Okay.
Brother, thank you for the topic on the discussion, especially that this topic this morning is significant for we Liberians because there's too many violations within the traffic, not just only the highway. As you said that we should try to give some recommendation to the police. The traffic division is not working at all. Serious thing I'm saying. Right in the eyes of the police, the traffic being violated there. Like for example, on the red light, you always wait in traffic. The moment the traffic pick up, they get green light for the traffic to pick up. Right after an inch of the light, you see right in the presence of the policeman, the taxi driver stop right there and then trying to pick up passenger right on the light. Where the light just got green for people to cross. And then you see you made a traffic clock again. There will be delay right in between and the police will be standing there. They will do nothing about it until the light had to change to red light before you see that. You see, it's a lot of embarrassing. Go to red light where we do the U-turn to get on the other lane. You see the guys, they're standing right there and right to that same place. The U-turn is supposed to take place. They are bundled there and they're washing the people, the neighbor and down. They're taking for the people, nothing being a regular ride. Now, one of the major problems in the traffic when it comes to the highway, you see the truck. The truck don't have single leg. They don't have that kind of leg that can indicate that, when the car is off or in parking, they got certain leg can be on the car. It's just a design. When the car flash leg on the other opposite car flash leg on it, it will indicate that there's a car parking over there, whether that car is off. When you take note on what I'm saying, when you see most of our truck in the traffic, they don't have no indication, no single letter, nothing at all. I want to see every time when the truck break down along the way, the other cars come into them. They don't light, no indicator were on this truck. The truck has single light. Most of the truck that run in the city and outside of this city, every part of Liberia, most of these trucks they don't have light. Only the light in front for them to see overnight. That's all. But from the back, on the side, nothing. You see the truck come from Guinea. If you look at this truck from Guinea, you will see the indicator left. They tell a design a run entire truck. Those lights are there for design. Those lights are there for safety.
Okay.
Our traffic police, the traffic division, they are not working at all. Too many violations within the traffic, and they're causing too many harm.
For the people.
They're causing too many harm. So this morning, I am appealing to the division for traffic to kindly try to put some measure in place so that at least people's lives can be saved. This is not politics, this is reality. We're suffering too much than needed nickel and dime business and then pay attention to what is supposed to do. Thank you, my brother, for the show.
Thank you so much. I get the WhatsApp call. Good morning, Mr. Lawrence Nyayene.
Yeah, good morning, Honorable Yene. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much for the topic. Well, for the public, my name is Lawrence Yene. I am joining this conversation from Waterloo, Iowa, the US of A. Thank you very much for the topic on the discussion this time. The traffic area over there is a very sensitive area that the government need to look at, because every day now as we speak, we don't know whether few hours will be another accident.
Okay, yeah.
And government can invest into this thing, and government will traffic. It has money. Invest there, pay people you want to privatize it, you privatize it. Pay people how much you talk about dictator is very good. Get a dictator and let the law hold. These are laws that our lawmakers need to enforce. Let the dictator be all around. Sometimes even the passengers will not be the cause the driver want to complete their trip. You thought the driver will shout at you. Oh man, papi, you want to get down? You get down. What you will do? Car business hard. Look at right now, we still supposed to be talking about accident on Paco Hill. When everybody knows about that place being so bad, law has to be imposed on traffic. You can't even name. So there are people that could say beat and they are gone because of regular driving. Former Representative Ada Lawrence, my friend and brother, I mean, the list goes on. Massive bombing there. Because of that, more people are fatherless, more people are motherless, recklessly. Government can privatize, even if the highway inspector is talking about, sometimes they will just go put the commander will go, he be sleeping somewhere in the car, then the bodyguard then be over there. When the other car can they stop, you go, you drive something in the plastic, you gone. The law should be enforced and let there be institution for people to attend. Go, you pay money, you attend there, you get your license from there. You can start the whole process all over. You get your license before you get in the street. Then people, you will be informed of traffic rules. Like the truck business the brother was talking about. The truck should have clearance light, no lights around it. Liberia has no 2 lanes on the highway, so the maximum speed limit for 2-lane highway is 55 miles per hour. But you see people going 75 to 100 and more. When police grab you, it should be strong law. They park you, you pay for before you take your car. Whether you representative son or you president of this, that, heredity, you should be of no exception to the rules, because lives have been destroyed. That's the only way. Let government private put money there, and let the people to pay money. Let people go to driving school. Let them be informed. Even the motorbike rider on the road, let them get things. Then they will know the stuff. You can even put speed breaker over there. One day you know about traffic. Sometimes other driver will not be running, but the running driver will come and bounce into them. See? But it's only happening because people are not informed. They carry you on a football field, they train you, Sunday, Monday, you go on the traffic. It's not how it's supposed to be. It should be regulated. Government can invest into that. When you are found, you pay the money immediately. Then you will see it will start going down. So that's it. The Senator Kai talking about, I believe those guys will be speeding.
Oh yes, because to have 4 persons dying on the spot, that means they were on speed, a very excessive speed.
Excessive speed, and there's no road in our whole country. The people highway like in the Western world, you see them running, they know the speed limit are there. And police don't joke, my man. The detectors, how much for those detecting or speed cameras or devices? They are not expensive. You will get your money because when let's assume the man is driving from Kakata to Banga. So between there you get a checkpoint. Then the detectors are all over. When you are detected, it should register to the checkpoint that your car was speeding to maybe between Batala and somewhere there you were speeding. As soon as you reach to the checkpoint, your car should be parked. You pay that fine before you go. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, your car should be parked there, no exception. You pay a good fine. You will see people will start abiding by the laws, and you should get license before you even put Pepe or Keke or any car on the road. If you are already a licensed driver, you should go and do tests. You get your license. The Ministry of Transport, the government can do that with the police, Ministry of Transport, and the police, they can enforce that. Then you will see, my brother, the accident rate will go down, but it can be too. The people can just see themselves in a grave.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yene, calling
That's
from.
my contribution. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome to always participate on the show. That's Mr. Lawrence Yene. He called us from the United States of America on the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Aji.
Morning, Tamba Joseph.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Before you just continue, I didn't hear from the both of you over the weekend to plan the show for today. So that's why
I tried calling your number, but it was switched off.
Oh, my number. I mean, my personal number. I read the other day.
The orange number.
Well, perhaps it was a network, but my number always on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Brother Aji, I really appreciate it this morning for the heart-touching segment of the program that has to do with the safety of our people. You know, Aji, while it is true that many travelers are not, or the police are not working, but I will tell you that our drivers are not patient. Our riders are not patient in the traffic. But actually, Liberia is getting to a point that we having a street and we having traffic lights at various junction. Actually, for you to know, even if you sit behind a radar, if you reach at an intersection, you will see them speeding. And that is wrong. See, we reach Tupu Junction, there is a line before the pedestrian crosswalk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But many of us here, our riders, our drivers, we don't respect the pedestrian crosswalk. People don't respect it. You know, I love the traffic lights that have been installed, but it's not working yet at the Tupu Junction. While you have the pedestrian crosswalk traffic light, you also have the general,
Yeah, I'm listening.
crosswalk. But there is a line that have been drawn before the crosswalk.
Even when people are not crossing, when you're reaching there as a driver, you need to limit the speed. Know that somebody can be there anytime.
You know, people here, government has so many ways to raise money. I see, I was privileged to go at the United Arab Emirates. In the Emirates, if you reach at the pedestrian crosswalk, whether a pedestrian is crossing or not, the car will stop at that particular line and wait for a minute. Even if the pedestrian is crossing on the crosswalk, whether the pedestrian is dancing or not, the drivers or the riders, they always be patient to allow you to cross peacefully. But here in our country, Liberia, it's a different ballgame. Sometimes if you crossing the crosswalk, the driver will even be insulting you. Make it like a paro here, like a maro here. People have to be trained, and the government, through the Ministry of Transport, has to train special people as security. Like in the UAE, you just find a man just relaxing, you'll be crossing along with you, even you, the pedestrian. If you violate the traffic law, they fine you and you pay money. Even the pedestrian, not even the driver yet, though, but even the pedestrian, when the light that have to give you the permission to cross, if you don't await that light when you cross, you are fined. And they are security trained. They are not unified, or they are trained, they have that tablets in their hands. They are trained. The movement you crossed, you just found out, sir, please come. Can I have the passport or can I have your ID? And definitely you're going to be fine. So until the government can take the initiative, these are means that create jobs opportunity in the government sector.
Sure.
Everyone don't have to work directly in the office. No. From these zero traffic lights that have been installed, like Jiburu Junction, like GSA Junction, like ERWA Junction. You can train security. They have that tablet connected to the Ministry of Transport. Any car that violates, you just take the lesson. Then away they are fine. So our drivers, please, before I drop the line, our drivers and our riders, please exercise patience.
Sure.
Please exercise patience when you are in the traffic.
Thank you.
Because the life you save could be the next president.
Sure.
The life you save could be a better representative. The life you save could be a better minister or director of this country. Thank you so much, Brother Aji.
Thank you. Hope you call me after here. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Aji.
Morning. What is your name and where you call from? Is this Bayoga?
Yeah. Yes, Aji. Be Bayoga. Yeah.
I mean, like your traffic being talking about so.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was listening to you and explaining it about the traffic issue, and or the traffic meaning or the level gap and the crosswalk. Most of the car driver and the motorcycle they always busy. Even down to the passenger, I call it pedestrian because when the car stop. For them to cross, they will not cross, but as soon as the car will pick up, that will cross. Yeah. You see, is it on the highway or I call it the highway going to Carson way there? The big truck. Yeah, please, you must talk to the men because they will see Tesla, Bolivar, me, I don't know what they and know that area small. Yeah. So, thank you for the program. Yeah, let God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let God be our gift.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
077790797. The first segment of the show, we get this person on the line. Nathan Yene.
Good morning. Thank you for the usual and the brilliant recognition of my friend and brother Achi Bob Yene.
Welcome, the Nema Traveler.
Yeah, thank you. I love that name. Nema Traveler. So actually quickly to the topic on discussion. Thank you. Now every time we'll be talking about politics. I mean, the topic on discussion is so interesting this morning, actually. Actually, even just part of the crosswalk, once you know pedestrian crossing in the action of the crosswalk, because sometimes the crosswalk will be far away, or sometimes from the identical vicinity you're trying to cross, right? Now, the only thing, once you know pedestrian is crossing, you have to exercise patience. Now, you will see some of our drivers, then they will see disabled. I mean, they're struggling to cross. Disabled people, I mean, physically challenged. They will be. Actually, it will interest you to know that the other time when I went to our county, when I went to Nimba, or between Haliko, from Haliko, Grand Gila Highway around LPNC, around right around LPNC market, even Haliko, work for. Now work for Bele, but make a way parking around there, crossing to go to Yeni School campus from Obligation Junction there, right around the wood shop. There is a crosswalk installed there on the quota there, my brother. You will see the struggling student, they struggling to go to school. You will see road motorcyclists, our motorcyclists in the country that they will be flying all over. When people are on the pedestrian, they will not even respect them. When pedestrians are crossing on a crosswalk, they will not respect them. Actually, so and one of the things again that you guys have to stress on is the issue of the heavy tanker passing in a day. Actually, when you in Ivory Coast, it's very hard for you to see that thing passing in a day, sure, in a city.
And I think the traffic and the transport ministry need to do something about that.
The issue of the heavy tanker, low bell passing in a day, a very much alarming. The other time when I went around the OAU movement going to Lake Tile there, my brother are on the crosswalk, pedestrian on the crosswalk crossing my brother. You see the guy know where he came from with that kind of load that motorbike with plenty and other stuff. The guy running. I said, the men are observing the crosswalk. Just telling me, you won't die, you won't leave your problem. I said, what kind of problem is so? So thank you. Thank you for the topic of discussion, man.
You're welcome. We have a few minutes. We have roughly 4.5 minutes to climax the segment of this show. 077790797, 777907907. The low start number is 0887 111 Our female line 0778 075616. And the WhatsApp, those of you following the live Facebook page, is also printed on the screen. +231 88857. We have some Mr. Lawrence is back on the line from the US. Want to contribute again. Welcome back, Chief.
Yeah, Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to be greedy.
No, just go ahead.
yeah. Something I did not mention. I forgot on. I want to say. Yeah. Once again, I'm Lawrence Yan Yene. Okay. The law has to be enforced. What I know, like here, where I am, what I know of is when an accident occur. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
When an accident occur, the police will go and investigate. If somebody dies, when somebody dies in that accident, the driver that is at fault will go to jail for not less than 7 years. 7 years. Your insurance will take over all. The insurance will pay this, that. But yourself. So that alone, it makes travel afraid. So no passenger will tell you, say, speed, I want to go quick, I'm paying you money. The driver knows that he's at fault. So when accident occur, people can be afraid. Nobody will die. So they will come, you okay? You all have been doing, they're afraid. Because as soon as somebody die, you're going to jail for not less than 7 years. And what the brother said about the students, when school buses are given to school here, brother, when our bus stop right here, even if the bus stop to your hall, you have to put student down. All the cars that behind, they will stop. No car passing in that bus spending 10-15 minutes. The light will be flashing, no car will pass. You see driver killing students. So all these laws have to be enforced over there. I think in Liberia, I think when somebody dying accident at 100,000, they wanted the driver can pay. Then the whole case closed. So now driver then can be saying it better say when accident happen, now the person died and when their boom break.
Yeah, because the expense will be too much.
The expense will be too much, but when they die, I will just go and pay my 100,000. You see the kind of law that in our country, enough for the citizen. That country needs giant somebody to take over, change our whole constitution.
Okay.
Yes. So that said that the law got to be enforced. When you are fought, you must bear certain penalties, especially when people die. You can't just go make some people fatherless and some people cripple for life. And you say you pay money. You see? So that's it. Thank you very much for the show, my man. I'm enjoying the show. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. He's calling us from the US. So, folks, we don't have time. This is how we will conclude this segment of the show this morning. To move about to the next segment, we have the next segment of the show to be brought very quickly. But we take this break. Let's take this break. Sweet cassava leaf. Right. Sweet cassava leaf.
Now go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama.
Later. Mm, 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 Oh, you speak to Senator? Okay, so wait a minute. I get, I'm too, so, so this is actually, actually here, if I remove myself here, exit, oh my, I don't know what happened. Yeah, let me start from my side. Any, then with the next section, I'll start from my side. Let me see what's going on. Let me fix it. You any?